Hey, what's happening, folks? Mackenzie here with Lafontaine 65442. That's a 400 4-barrel and dual exhaust, black on black, 4-speed car. Tune in. This is for sale, and we'll have more details about that at the end. I have a feeling this is going to be a 10 out of 10 driving experience, just based on what I know about the restoration and the previous owner. And walking around this car for a quick minute, it is very, very thoroughly done. Brakes feel good. Gearbox and clutch both feel great. See how that 400 4-barrel combination is pretty nice too. Our tack, which is working down there, all our gauges are working. We're doing about 40 miles an hour right now, according to the speedo, which I think is correct. This thing is a doll. This is a nice synchronized transmission. It goes back down through the gears with ease. You guys see how quick that was? Alright, smooth, steady purr. Coming into a turn. Oh yeah. Alright, feels very planted. I know a lot of our bushings and everything underneath this car is new, so I think it feels exactly how it should. Kind of resembles a like new 65 442. If you were wondering, we're at about 3,000 RPMs doing 60 miles an hour. Just a little bit of wind noise, which is a given with most older cars. Wow. This thing runs out good. Very nice. Great sounds, great feeling.
As part of reconstruction projects, some of which still stand today, include bridges, factories, and the Lee County, Alabama.
That's pretty fun. That buzzing noise is the sound it picks up with the power antenna functioning. Interferes with the radio. All right, and we got our power window switches over here. It's pretty lavish. Quick. Oh my, he couldn't even catch it. These things are supercharged windows. All right, next one up. This thing's gonna come flying out of here. Wow, and last but not least, that is slick. One more time. These are rockets, dude. This thing's stout. I'm telling you, this guy was not fooling around when he restored this car. Like new or better. I'd say mission accomplished. All right, now I want to start, show you a bit of the front end. We'll do a whole lap around the car, but of course we're going to pop the hood. Very exhilarating drive. We'll show you what makes it tick, but I want to get in here. This restoration was done using all NOS parts. Everything that was available could be sourced was, and it is a vast majority of these parts and pieces. So this is really done correctly. There is no blemish or imperfection to talk about up here. This car might just be a bit nicer than it would have been new. I feel pretty confident saying that. And hood release there. Voila. Of our 400 cubic inch V8. This is a numbers matching engine. Numbers matching trans. And it has the date correct rear end. This thing's pretty on point. I think this is a sharp air cleaner. Gorgeous paint job on the motor. I like that color. The exhaust manifolds look very nice. You see we have power brakes up there on the firewall. A little trim tag looks great. And guys, items like the trim tag, VIN stampings, we'll put those in our listing on our website, and I'll put the link to view all that down in the description of this video. And yes, you are seeing this correct. We have a Delco battery, old school. That is some primo stuff. All the right hoses, the right clamps, stickers, and too in that listing you'll see pictures of our underbody, which is just off the charts on this thing. Got our horns all nice and tidy. Have our extra wiper fluid there, that's cool. And the little sound deadening mat looks great up under the hood. Laser straight fitment. Come down the driver's side of this car. All our molding, even over the wheel arch, fits very nice. The screws look to be stainless. And look at this nice wheel. So we got a 14-inch steel wheel wrapped in these BF Goodline radial tires. And we have a quarters brush finished hubcap. Love that. We got a little more brush finish right here in the back of the mirror. And everything else you find on this car is either black or chrome, which is pretty slick. Now there is some receipt of restoration to go with you on this car. Some pictures of when it was taken apart and put back together. That does come with the sale. And I'm just noticing some nice details, like our taillight lenses are dated from 1965. What do you know? That's the extra mile one might go when restoring one of these cars. That makes it really hard to duplicate. And if you look back at all the time and effort it took just to track down these parts, it's really going to make you want to buy one that's done opposed to going out and restoring one yourself. Gorgeous, gorgeous trunk. We have a powered antenna, which is pretty cool. These things are loaded up. We'll dive into the interior a little bit more here in a moment. We got our full-size spare with the jack and everything up underneath it. Have a little courtesy light right there. All our factory stickers in place here. Right on. Closes up nice. That fits very well too. It's even in between the quarters, and very flush down in there. Out back, get just down to knee height here. You see this exhaust. It's rather unique. It's a chambered system out here for the tailpipes, or kind of the axle back, and has those little chrome beauty rings fixed on the end of it. Cool look, even better sound. Quarter panel is straight, very slick badging down here. And then as I've peeked around here, it looks like we have all the original glass with the exception of the windshield. And it's pretty cool to have these all dropped and no post in the way. These doors truly couldn't open any better if you tried. Door cards are a 10 out of 10, and you notice we have power windows in this baby. That is very convenient. And then we have a little remote mirror control over here. VIN plate right there on the A-pillar, and what do you know, it looks like the original rivet still holding that in. Now we're going to take a deeper dive inside. Our interior is all nice and refreshed. These seats have been redone. The steering wheel, same story. It's without blemish. Very nice finishes. No cracking in our little horn button, that acrylic piece there. Then we move up to our dash. So the top of the dash is in great looking shape. It is a pad, and there's no wear, no cracks, no signs of any mishaps. And got a couple of gauges, very beautiful instruments. We got our fuel gauge, generator light, temp warning light, and our oil pressure warning light. This shows just 83,000 miles. I can't imagine there's 83,000 miles on this restoration. Those are original. We do have a clock, and then our heater controls here. Ashtray over there along with our cigarette lighter, and then all the way over there, almost on the passenger side, I don't see this too often, is the radio. which is in really nice looking shape. Now, last but not least, just off of our 442 badge, this is our power antenna switch. You clock that up and it comes climbing out of there. Gorgeous, gorgeous shifter here. You notice it has the 442 on it. I really dig that. Nice ball, nice boot. Our little plaque here telling us the gear pattern. Then our RPM gauge right here on the console, which is really slick. And then we have an aftermarket set of auto gauges showing oil pressure, voltmeter, and water temp. And it might sound redundant. These are simply all warning lights. So if you have a problem, it'll tell you. This will let you know that everything is good and well. Love this console. Good combination of texture and finishes. And it's very clean. Lastly, have an owner's manual and a nice little glove box there. Oh, vacuum operated trunk popper. Well, it is almost a wrap. I appreciate you guys checking us out and tuning in. Really, really a doll of a car. If you want to know anything more or see anything more about this car, check out the link we'll put in the description of this video. That'll take you to our website. As I mentioned earlier, that's where all the underbody pictures are. Closest to the documentation, we have the paperwork from the GM Heritage Center on this specific car here. It's a rather rare one. Thank you for tuning in. Lastly, you can call us anytime at 248-714-2110. My name is Mackenzie with Lafontaine. Thank you guys. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed.